All right, fifth graders, here's your review for your quiz on Friday. Make sure that you have your review sheet in front of you. If you do not have it, you can go back to the fifth grade webpage and print one out for yourself. All right, place value is going to be on your quiz for Friday. Just as a review, you guys did really well on your place value quiz last Friday, but just so that we are confident in our skills for place value, we are going to have it reviewed again for your quiz for this, for this quiz. So here we go. Your first question is write the value of the underlined digit. So this first example, you're going to think to yourself, the 7 is underlined. Is it worth 7? Is it worth 70? Or is it worth 700? It's in the second place value over, so it is worth 70. Make sure on your quiz that you do not answer 10. It is not worth 10. The place value is 10, but it's actually worth 70 because that digit is a 7 and it's in the tens place. So your correct answer is going to be 70. All right, your next example down here, you have family. So you're going to label over the, if you had a place value here, this would be money, and this place value would be bridge. So it's ones, thousands, millions, and then billions. So we're going to be looking in on this 4. So we're in the thousand family. So we're going to think to ourselves, all right, self, is it worth 4,000? Is it worth 40,000? Or is it worth 400,000? It's in that second place value in the thousands family, so it's going to be worth 40,000. All right, subtraction is going to be on your quiz. If we give you a question that is placed horizontally, the first thing you want to do is line them up vertically, making sure that your place values are in line. Oh, Miss O'Neill getting ahead of herself here. Let me get my eraser. So I'm making sure that my place values are in line and I am subtracting. Please, please, please do not add if the question is asking for you to subtract. All right, 4 minus 2 is 2. 0 minus 1, you can't do that, so you have to come over here and borrow. This 2 becomes a 1. And then your borrowed place value goes here in the 10. So this becomes 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. 1 minus 7, oh, you can't do that. So we're going to come over here and borrow from the 3. And the 3 now, the 3 now becomes a 2. And then you carry over the one that you borrowed. So this is now 11 minus 7. 11 minus 7 is 4. 2 minus 0 is going to be 2. Do not leave that 2 up there hanging. Make sure that you bring it down. Even though there is not a 1,000 place value here, don't forget that 2 up there. So your final answer is going to be 2,492. All right, your next example is 58,000 minus 39,372. All right, this example is subtracting across zeros, and this will be on your quiz on Friday. You cannot do 0 minus 2, so you're going to have to come over here to the thousands place value and borrow a 7. This becomes a 10, 9. Continue to borrow over until you get to the ones place value. Now remember, this stays a 10. In class, some of us wanted to make this a 9, but it stays a 10 because it's your final place value to the right. 10 minus 2 is going to be 8. 9 minus 7 is going to be 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. 7 minus 9, you can't do that, so you have to come over here and borrow from the 5. This becomes a 4, and this now becomes 17 minus 9. So 17 minus 9 is going to be 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. So your final answer is going to be 18,628. All right, moving right along. Here we go. Estimate and then add. Remember, in your estimation questions, you are going to estimate first and then add. Do not try to add and then come down here and estimate your final product. This question does not specify which place value we are going to round to, so if it's not specified, you always round to the largest place value. So here we go. We're going to underline the 6 because that's our largest place value, and we are going to look to our number to the right, or go fish. So we're going to think to ourselves, all right, we're rounding to the 6th place value. This is 600. We look to the 2 to tell us what to do. So 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. 2 is less than 4, so we let the 6 rest. 624 is rounded to 600. All right, same thing here. Underline the 3, look to the right. So we're going to look at the 4 to tell us what to do with the 3. The 4 is less than 5, so the 3 stays the same. 347 is rounded to 300. All right. Underline your 8 because it's in the hundreds place value, and look next door to the 6 to tell us what to do with that 8. 6 is larger than 5, so 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. So the 6 makes our 8 become a 9, and then everything to the right becomes a 0, just like you did up top here. All right, your last number, here's your 5. You're going to look to the right or look next door to tell you what to do. The 9 tells us what to do with the 5. So the 9 is larger than 5. So this 9 makes the 5 become a 6. And everything to the right becomes a 0. Now you can add 0, 0. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. So your final estimated answer is going to be 2,400. All right, your last slide for your review is going to be compare, going back to that place value. First thing you have to do is line your digits up vertically. So we're going to take these numbers and put them directly underneath each other. Once we have them lined up with the place values in order, we are going to remember the 0. We're going to put a 0 in the second digit, or in the second number, so that it too has thousands like the top number. Now you can compare. 2, that doesn't help us, cross it out. 5, that doesn't help us, cross it out. 4, that doesn't help us, cross it out. We are going to look here. Here's a 7 and here's a 1. We're going to think to ourselves, which one is larger? The 7 is larger than the 1, so we're going to come up here and put our greater than symbol. Do not forget on your quiz to come back up to your answer and put in your greater than sign. All right, your last question for your review looks like this. 487 and 1500ths. And we are comparing it to 487 and 4/10. All right, you've lined them up vertically. Now you need to remember the 0. This top number has hundredths. You don't need to do anything to it. This bottom number, remember the 0. Put in that 0 for your place value so that it too has hundredths. Now you can compare. 4 doesn't help us. 8 and 8, that doesn't help us. 7 and 7, that doesn't help us. So now we're going to come here to our tenths place value and circle it because they are different. We have a 1 and a 4. Think to yourself, 4 is larger than 1. So we're going to come back up here and put our less than symbol in here. All right, that is your review for your quiz on Friday. Make sure that you bring your completed review to class on Friday and you will be turning it in. Miss Wolfla and I will let you know what to do with it. Hard work pays off. You guys are doing a great job at working hard in class and taking your notes. And your hard work will pay off on your quiz on Friday. Miss Wolfla and I will see you in class.